So I only got to spend Sunday at Mondegreen. I took this little bunch of video clips of some of the art that I was able to see. The city hall had already been torn down, but this was the Cerealist village here, and you could get a bowl of cereal. I think it was $3 for a bowl of cereal. They would serve you on the tables, but there was all this odd stuff going around. It's fun to look at. This person being bathed in cotton candy. Right? Strange. Bunch of different costumed creatures around, places to sit. Odd characters roaming around, doing strange things. There's other odd pieces of art. And then there was the exhibit, For God's Sake. And this is one of the gatekeepers for God's Sake. It was an invitation-only performance piece that I didn't get to go into because I never got an invitation. And I didn't try too hard. This was the entrance to For God's Sake. There was stuff for kids to do. This was a bunch of there's a couple that would open, and so she was able to open this one. She was happy about that. Stuff going up in the trees. Another place to sit, changing your perspective on things. This is one of the actors, participants, describing the benefits.
Become the eye of the clock, the center of the clock. There's no minute hand, there's no hour hand, it's just now time.
This is one of the performance pieces that you could join in.
And here's what we do. We share something from the heart. It could be grief, it could be joy, it could be excitement, it could be fear, sadness, anger, something from the heart.
I went by later and people were participating. With a broad view of the Cerealist installation. Again, gatekeeper to For God's Sake, and a bunch of folks. And then I left that area. This was the walkway with the shimmering trees. There are Google eyes on trees. Google eyes on this one, as well as Google eyes in the leaves of some of the other trees. This was a strange character going around. He's dusting a brain. It's a model of a brain. This was lockers, so charging lockers. Another shade piece that was there with reflective balls. If you didn't want to put in the charging locker, which did cost money, there was free charging. Hammocks to sit in, which made artfully designed. And this was alongside of the other shade piece. There was a couple of these shade pieces with the green balls. Then I went into the Museum of the Moon, and this was pretty cool. This is a huge sphere that hung in the middle of the space, and it was covered with photorealistic prints of the surface of the moon. It had a luminous sort of appearance to it. It was photorealistic. You were sitting there looking at the moon. It had its own sounds too, but you had to be in the back to hear the sounds. This is the Heliograph. The Heliograph was in the center of the concert field. And DJ Quest did a DJ set from up there, from what I understand. I saw DJ Questlove escorted off of the Heliograph. Here's the stage. The sound mixing boards, sound center, sound and lights. It's another broad view of the festival grounds from the stage area with the Heliograph. So I went up into the Heliograph, which is basically just built out of scaffolding. I got up there early on Sunday. Now Sunday was, you can see all the clouds. It was supposed to start at 6:30, but they said they canceled the 6:30 show. That's the two sets at night, and said there was just going to be one set during the afternoon because of impending thunderstorms. And you can see the clouds. So I took advantage of getting out there and spent at least the first part of the set up on the Heliograph. Offered a good view, and even better for me is that there was some dancing room on a nice smooth surface. That was fun. So the band eventually came out with Party Time. Seemed like a good song to try and make the best of a improvised situation. Then I took advantage of the spot and just laid my phone up and just to show what sort of dance space I had. It was lots of fun for me. A good part of the time I was able to just really get into the music, listen to the music. But there were so many people walking around, I was nervous about my phone, so I didn't do that for long. And then you can see the googly eyes in the trees. And by that time, I was getting into the music, and it didn't last that long. We were told to leave, or you know, they were allowed to stay, but I decided to take advantage of the time and headed out. I started on home, back down to Hampton.